Good morning. It's, according to the clock on the stove, 5:26 a.m. I've got a pretty fun adventure planned for today. We're going to go check out the balloons, the hot air balloons that are in town, and going to get a different view than the rest of the public, because we're going to get up on top of the cliffs looking down on them versus being on the bottom looking up at them. I've got a fire started, so warming up the house for the rest of the family. Right now, that says 18 degrees outside. That started at 21. When I first woke up, it was 21. It's currently 18 degrees outside, which is cold, but that's even colder when you're going to drive 10, 12 miles down the highway in an open top Samurai, and then another, I don't know how many miles, but another couple of hours up on top of some cliffs. So that's cold. But I'm getting my hot chocolate warmed up here, and I've got breakfast put together. I'm going to start loading stuff up in the roof carrier of Sami, because I've got some friends coming along, and we're going to go see if we can't make it happen and have a great day. So stay tuned. Come along for the ride.
Well, I made it to town. It was a cold ride. I wish I could have had some light and shown you, because you could see my breath. Right now you can't see it because I've kind of got some heat blowing up from the dash, but you could see my breath breathing all the way in. It was a cold ride on the back of my neck, but I made it. My body stayed warm. I guess that's all that matters. So I'm in town. I'm going to swing in and grab my buddy and his wife, and then we're going to start hitting the road. The road out there is a pretty long kind of two-track ATV style trail, and it gets pretty rough at a few points, but I don't think you're going to be able to see much because of how dark it is. So we might document some of that coming out versus going in. Part of that too is we just want to beeline and get in, because we want to make sure we beat the balloons before they start coming up, because that's the coolest part, is to be able to watch them inflate and start floating off the air. So I'm going to stop here and we're going to load up and we're going to hit the dirt and do some rock crawling and make our way in. And just like that, it's daylight and the sun's out. We made it up. I don't think that the GoPro got all the road up in. It's a long bumpy ride up to this spot, but we made it, and I don't see any balloons yet, so I think we made good time, and we're going to be able to watch them lift off, which is going to be really cool. I'm excited about that. So I've got my hot drink, tripod camera, and GoPro, obviously. We'll go check it out. Sweet. Just in time, he says. We got one right close here. Check it out. Pretty cool, huh? Toner is not a fan. She does not like the hot air balloons. But that's pretty cool right up there, close by. That's the one that was trying to get up over the cliff and not sure what was happening with it, but Toner doesn't think that's a good idea, huh? You don't like it? Huh? What is that? Yeah. This has been really cool. I think it was a perfect day for these balloons to go up. We've got this balloon right here. He's kind of fighting to stay on this side of the hill. But so far everything's been pretty smooth sailing for all these guys as far as I could tell. A couple of years ago I ended up rescuing one that stopped off, landed up on top here, started getting over and yeah, I'd say 250 to 300 for sure. Well, I got cut off earlier because the battery died, but I've got a pack in, so hopefully it'll be going. But balloons are going down. We decided that we wanted to hike out to the tip of this over here and go check that out. I've never been out on the tip of it. It's kind of an iconic hill known as the K Hill, if any of you are familiar with that. So we thought it'd be cool, see if we can't get it on the end of that and go explore a little bit. But most of the balloons are down, and we're gonna go see what we can see. Although we might be stopped in our tracks right here, because that's a cliff and a fairly steep one. We'll see. Okay, made it down. That's the cliff we were up on, and luckily my buddy, he got looking, saw kind of a trail coming around the side, looked like there was human prints in it, and figured, well, let's go see if we can find that. So it worked, skirted around, and now we're on our way away. We've got one more saddle, at least that's what I call it, a saddle we've got to get through before we're out on the end, but should be pretty smooth sailing until we get to that and then the rest of the way out. So pretty cool. I'm excited. We're down to the last level in this last saddle here. You can see trying to get out on top of that is the plan. And we had to do a little shimmying, a little bit of exploring to find a way down, because each of these levels you can see is just kind of sheer cliff. You've got a good, I don't know, you've got a good 10, 12 foot drop down off of that. And I'm not as young and nimble as I used to be, so we had to do a little bit of exploring. Excuse me. Then it was a trick to get Toner down too. She's good at going up, but going down is not her forte. She gets a little nervous, so well, we made it. It was a bit of a trek to try and get it all figured out. I think going back is going to be twice as fast because we've got it all figured out now. But here's our view. Got all the city back behind us. Over there's the TV towers. I don't know if I've taken you up there yet or not.
I've got a nighttime picture that I'll post though, and you can check that out. I took a group of young men up there with the church and organization, and we had a good trip up there. Cooked some marshmallows, had some nacho cheese and chips. Good place. But yeah, we've got the whole city out here. Pretty cool views. Yeah, pretty neat. I've never been up here before. I've heard stories. I think they call this dance hall rock because it's just kind of flat out across here, but really cool. Happy we took the time to do it. Now this was neat. I'm really happy we hiked out here. Like I said, it was a bit of a challenge getting down some of those mesa ends, but this is really cool. And just the views out here. Both my buddy and I grew up in this town, and so it's wild to see the growth that has happened in here and just how big that it's gotten. But you get out on this point and you could just see the whole world. Really cool, but I think we're gonna head back. Turn you around so the sun's not in your face. I think we're gonna head back to the rig and get our snacks, get some drinks, and start making our way back into town. It took us right about an hour and a half, I guess, about an hour and 40 minutes to get up here. So we've got quite a trek to get back home, and a lot of it's just kind of slow going because it's just bumpy, rocky, kind of gnarly stuff. So we're gonna load up, head into town, and it'll probably be about lunchtime. Go see what we can find to eat. Well, I just had to shed a layer. It's hot. At least it's hot hiking. So we'll see how it feels now that I'm down to a base layer. And we're close. This is the final ascent up to the main trail. And that's where Sammy's waiting for us with some snacks and some water and our ride home. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and close out here. We'll probably show some of the trail out, but until next time, lock them in, grab a gear. I'll see you out in the hills. Okay, up we go. See if I can find my way up to the top here. I'm hungry. I did not have any breakfast this morning. And I planned to sit and eat it out on the ledge. But I kept myself busy watching the balloons, taking pictures. And then after this hike, I need some energy. I'm getting winded way too easy. Okay, we're on top. Some flat ground. There we are. So we were way out on the tip of that, and now we're back, and Sammy is over there somewhere. But we're walking up a road, so should be fairly easy going now. Trying to decide what I want for lunch. Had a burger yesterday from the local burger joint, which is always fantastic. But maybe some Mexican food. We've got a local Mexican restaurant, which is
Fantastic. I don't know. We'll just have to see what's available, I guess, because could be awful busy with the event, the Balloons and Tunes event in town. We'll see what we find, but we got to get there first. Right where we left it, which is good, because I don't want to have to do any hiking out of here. That worked perfect. Still nice and cold. That's why I bought this, for this exact meal. I'd say that was successful, and will probably be used fairly often. Cottage cheese, some canned peaches, and you got to get that syrup down in there too. Flavor up that cottage cheese. Mwah. Good stuff. Oh yeah, good stuff. So we've got this alternate rear we're coming out, and we didn't come down this, but we've got to go up it. My Samurai is locked in the rear end but not in the front, and this I know doesn't look that steep, I'm sure, but it's some big holes. These are 33-inch tires, and this one over here swallowed. In fact, I about hit the shackle on it. I don't know if you could see that. So we're gonna run a winch line up. Want to winch line up to this tree and see if we can't get her up that way. You don't have to rip that out. Yeah, don't stay too scared.
Do you think you can just get the back end up on the shelf then?
I think so.
And then just walk it around and get out of here?
Yeah.
You want it just unhooked?
I'm gonna find him. Gotta find him. Okay. Gotta find him. Make him feel safe. Take a set. Right here. Take a set. Search. Good. Good girl. Good. Good. Good job. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah. That's a good pup.
Get them all.
Good girl.